Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for checking out this video here on Show Style and Spirit. I am Ebony, of course. And as you can see from the title of this video, I will be giving my commentary on the most recent Messy Monday show starring Carlos King and Dr. Heavenly that just took place today on their respective YouTube channels. And as you can see, they said some wild things about the most recent episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville. And Dr. Heavenly actually insinuated that Melody only submitted evidence to the magistrate to get an arrest for Martell simply so she would not film with him. Absolutely ludicrous. And they also said more. So now before we get into this commentary, I ask that you please hit the like button on this video. Hitting the like or even the dislike button will cause YouTube to recommend this video to more people who enjoy discussing Love and Marriage Huntsville. And if you have not already done so, please subscribe to Show Style and Spirit. I would definitely love to have you as one of the showstoppers. Everything that I'm saying in this video is alleged and just my opinion. And the Copyright Act of 1976 says that my fair use commentary on these sound bites are allowed for criticism. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So in this very first sound bite, right out the gate of their Messy Monday show, they got into the ratings cap where they were saying that Love and Marriage Huntsville has experienced its highest ratings ever, contrary to the article written by a journalist over at Urban Bell magazine, the online publication that stated that Love and Marriage Huntsville has actually experienced a ratings low, so low of about 238,000 viewers for its most recent episode. So now I'm going to go ahead and get into this soundbite, and then I want to talk more about the article that Carlos King posted.
Say that first. Congratulations. Y'all ratings were through the roof, right? Y'all had the best ratings in history, correct, of the show? Yes. Thank you. That was awesome. Congratulations, Carlos. How do you feel?
Oh, I feel amazing. Listen, the show has been on for, like I said, 6-7 years. So it's nice to know that our audience is growing, right? Narrative medicine experienced record-breaking ratings in this past season, and your show celebrated that 10th season, 10 years being on the air. It's nice when a show that's been on for so long gets a huge lift in viewership. So out of the entire Love and Marriage franchise, obviously with Huntsville 2, we experienced the largest growth that we've ever experienced with the show based on the season and these episodes. And we are super thrilled with it because, look, it's always challenging at the top of every season to try to excite the audience and give them something to want to come back week to week. And when you're testing out new talent and when you're testing out new storylines, it's a risk. It's a huge risk. But I always tell my team this. I have a wonderful team of producers. I am somebody who truly believes there's no I in team. It's a collaborative effort. And this being a star on your show. Like the post producers, the editors, the team in the field, the network executive. It's a collaborative effort. And I'm just super thrilled that we're able to have the success at this stage in the show. Because it's different. It's different. Go ahead.
I think you're a genius. You know what I'm saying? I think that for you to start your own YouTube, to promote your own stuff, I think that all helps, right? I mean, for you to $1 and for you to bring so many people to the table, it's giving the bloggers something to talk about. More people are picking it up and more people are watching. I think it's you, dog.
Okay, so Dr. Heavenly was praising Carlos King based upon the paragraph from a so-called Variety magazine article, which talked about Love and Marriage Huntsville having high ratings amongst a certain demo, short for demographic. I made a video about it stating how that obviously was just a paragraph from another article that he posted. I even did a Google search. I shared my screen where I tried to find it. I typed in Love and Mayor Chuntsville, Variety Magazine 2024. I was trying to get the most recent article. I could only find an article from Variety Magazine regarding LAMH back in 2022. I'm not saying that he doctored that up. That is not Ebony's opinion over here at Show Style and Spirit, but I'm saying I could not find the article because I wanted to read it in its entirety to see which demographic that was. It could have been based on race, gender, age group, socioeconomic status, who knows? And I said this in my video. Also, the very last sentence of the paragraph that Carlos King posted, it said that the total number of viewers for Love and Marriage Huntsville was something like 3.7 million. So the article, the paragraph of the article that he posted, it was basically like analytics on the show's viewership as a whole. To me, it was not giving viewership on the most recent episode or the most recent season. It was in totality. But, you know, whatever. Dr. Heavenly complimented Carlos, stroked his ego. It's all good. So let's go ahead and move on to where they talk about the fake beef between Tisha and Nell and the whole inviting someone to your event and, you know, the two of you may not be super cool. And, you know, somehow Melody, Cherie, catches a stray.
Yes. It was also weird too because Marcel and Tisha had a conversation that made her cry. So Marcel is telling Tisha about the fact that they invited Melody to their Black Expo to be a guest speaker.
She didn't come. She didn't come though.
She said that she had a prior commitment.
Of course she did. That's like when Dr. Jackie don't come to stuff and she be on call. It's all good.
So when Dr. Jackie is not at events, hey Tisha, that is because she's on call?
Because she really is on call, yeah.
And that's the reason she gives for not showing up.
I'm saying that Dr. Jackie is a lot of events she cannot make because she's a doctor. Just like Melody can't make everything because she's a world-known speaker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. So Tisha is expressing how she felt that night, and Marceau is sounding like you in terms of like, why are you going off on people? You know, you don't need to be this person. He pretty much is telling her like, I don't like it. And I don't like it because it affects me. And then Tisha started crying because she's like, I don't need you to check me. I don't need you to go against me in this very moment. And she starts to tear up.
So just so you all know, just some quick commentary on that. When they discussed the scene between Tisha and Marceau, Dr. Heavenly showed empathy towards Tisha. She said she understood Tisha saying to Marceau that she just wants him to always support her even when she's wrong. And Dr. Heavenly said that she pretty much subscribes to that as well. And that lots of couples do, you know, in front of people, in public, they'll support your BS. And then in private, they'll tell you, you know, you were wrong when you said that to that person. What do you all think about that? In my immediate family, I feel like with other relationships, they'll definitely support someone's BS. But I feel like with me, you know, I'm the baby. My siblings are several years older than me. I was a late baby for my parents. So I feel like they kind of, if they don't like something that I say or do, no matter how minor it is, they call it out. But I feel like amongst each other and their kids, they kind of uphold BS. So I kind of feel like that type of relationship, it has to have its moments of inconsistency. And then when people pick up on that, it's just gonna be annoying. It could turn into a total shit show. But Marcel obviously is not trying to give Tisha that energy, although Tisha does that for Marcel. When he's incorrect, she doesn't say it in front of the group. I don't think she says it to him at all. So this quote unquote new Tisha that Carlos King is talking about, it doesn't apply to Marceau. She never returns the energy that Marceau gives her. So I don't know. I just feel like we're that sort of dynamic. I'm gonna uphold you in public even when you're wrong. That could just be a disaster waiting to happen. But some people, they may require that in their relationship because they don't want to feel embarrassed by their spouse disagreeing with them. But definitely let me know, and you can be straight up. That may be something that you're more comfortable with. Like, no, I want my spouse to uphold me. I don't want him checking me in front of people. I totally get it. But now, as far as Melody catching astray, with them talking about Tisha and Nell and Tisha and Stormy, I don't know why it had to be Melody did not attend an event. I feel like that was an example of this Messy Monday show being heavily pre-produced by Carlos. And in my opinion, he probably asked Dr. Heavenly to point out, and did Melody go to that event? And he said no. And she said, of course she didn't. And then she compared Melody to Dr. Jackie, saying that when Dr. Jackie doesn't go to an event, she'll always say that she's on call, and just basically making excuses. Dr. Heavenly tried to paint this picture that Melody just doesn't want to film with everyone. And that could be the case. But Dr. Heavenly, if you're going to say that, then you need to acknowledge why Melody will want to keep a distance from the cast. Due to the gang up and the bullying on one person by an entire group, I wouldn't want to film with them either. But if I still wanted to be on the reality show that was my baby, my brainchild, then I'm going to definitely do that as well. So in this next soundbite, it is about the dynamic of Melody and Martell, and the evolution in their relationship being reflected on the show. So I'm going to go ahead and play this soundbite and then come back with my commentary.
About seeing Stormy and Melody have a sit down, because I appreciated the fact that they were able to sit down, enjoy each other's company, and really break bread together, because we haven't seen that in a couple of seasons. So the audience was surprised too, but I want to get your thoughts on that too.
My question is this, okay? This is in the back of my mind. I don't know what's true, what's not. It seems as though Melody arrested, or Martell got arrested, right? This is what I'm seeing, and I don't know what's true or not, and maybe you can help me or not. It seems like Melody may have done this so she does not have to film with Martell. Like, she's arrested, right? That's my understanding. I don't know if I got it from the blogs or whatever, that they can't film together. That's what it's looking like. That, like, the whole last episode, Martell was not on it, right? And so, I like Stormy. That's one thing I'm going to tell you. I like Stormy, and I love the fact that she came to Melody and told her, listen, I don't want you to be blindsided. I did invite Martell, because it's kind of like, I know we're going to get into free Martell and all of that, but it's like, come on, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Both of y'all in this group. You know what I'm saying, Melody? And I don't want to isolate Martell. So if I'm going to invite you to one thing, then the next thing Martell got to come to. But I don't want to blindside you. So I'm going to let you know straight up, woman to woman, I invited Martell. And then Melody was clear, like, bitch, if he there, that's fine. But I'm not coming.
It's difficult for the remaining cast members who are throwing events, right? Mm-hmm. It's difficult for them because they like both of them.
Right.
And a lot of them were friends prior to this show, right? Mm-hmm. So you do have to pick and choose nowadays. Can Martell come? Can Melody come? But one thing we always have them do is you got to let them know before they arrive, because I never want to be in a position to where, oh my gosh, they showed them. I don't know. Everybody's aware of who's going to be around, and that's that. And I also think, too, I think the audience appreciates the break. Mm-hmm. Let me ask you that. Do you miss not seeing Martell and Melody interact? Do you miss it?
I actually enjoyed the interaction, you know, I mean, because I'm messy, but I am enjoying the fact that you all have a greater story than Martell and Melody, because it does get to be redundant a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That it's the same shit. They just, I don't know if it's sexual energy. I don't know if it's this, they mad or whatever, but it's always they have this blow up. And my whole thing is, okay, let's separate them and let's get into more of the story of the other ladies. So speaking of the story of the other people, I saw Martell work out with Trisha.
Okay, so then they got into that commentary. We're going to get into a soundbite from that. So, Dr. Heavenly talked about how the dynamic between Melody and Martell gets to be redundant. And I don't know how true her opinion can be, because you can tell she has not regularly watched this show. Now, has she given commentary on it in previous years? Absolutely, especially during Carnival 19, when this entire country was shut down and we were stuck in our homes. She was watching it then, because that was why she sincerely wanted to interview Melody. She's interviewed her like 3 times on her YouTube channel. And then some sort of way she fell off, I think. So she watches the clips on Instagram. She has even said that during Messy Mondays, that she watches the clips on Instagram for sure. But I know some people have said that before over the years, in various bloggers, even bloggers who are not in the LAMH sector here on YouTube. People will say in the chat that they get tired of seeing Martell argue with Melody. This was seasons and seasons ago. So what she's saying is not something that's brand new to me. They talked about the cast, it being hard on the cast when they throw events because they like both of them. And I said this in my video that I made yesterday about Melody scenes on the show being real life. They say 50% of marriages in the United States end in divorce. I told you all in my video that I made yesterday that all of my siblings are divorced. So I've seen people go through the divorce process, then the kids, they shuffle between the houses, every other weekend, so it is a part of life. So mutual friends, they do accept and get used to this dynamic. So Carlos King trying to make everyone feel sorry for the cast. I mean, this is very common, sadly, but it's very common in American life for there to be a divorce, and all of the mutual parties, they do sort of feel some sort of effect by it. This is nothing new. So I just kind of feel like they were really putting 20 on 10 with this whole Melody and Martell dynamic. But I think that it also serves, because this is a part of real life. This is a very realistic storyline, actually. Probably the most unique part, not even unique, but closer to uncommon, is the revenge P. That part is jacked up, and you're not going to see it in every single divorce. And it's something that needs to be talked about and revealed. Absolutely. All right, y'all. So let's get into the craziness that is women buckle over Martell. Okay, I wanted to fall out my chair when these two went into this crazy energy that supposedly women have at the sight of Martell LeVar Holt.
Or maybe it's just Martell, when he get around women, he seems like he's flirty. In general.
I'll tell you a story.
Not just her.
I'm gonna tell you a story really fast, and then I really want to get your thoughts, because this is a scene that 90% of my comments tag Dr. Heavenly in. Everybody hit me up saying Dr. Heavenly was right, so everybody cannot wait to hear your thoughts on Martell. Now, what I will say is this. You said what?
You can't breathe, man. What's going on? I'm here.
Did I breathe?
Yeah, you did. You froze. You're back now, though. Go ahead.
Okay. So I'm going to tell you a story, because you're asking. So your question was, when Martell's around women, is he flirty or does it, whatever. So we had this press thing in Atlanta, I want to say 2 years ago. We were doing press for the show. So I was around him for like maybe 2 hours, like doing radio. We did a news station, and we had an event. Hey, Keisha, we had an event later that night. What I will say to you is this. We were around a bunch of professional women, like women in suits. Some of these women, me and you know very well. Dr. Heavenly, I'll tell you off camera.
I'll be later, child. That's right.
I'll tell you off camera. I'm teasing. All I will say is this. When he is in a room full of women, these women, some I have been around before, something happens. There's this energy that it's this energy. It's an energy. And I'm always perplexed by it because, and I've said this story on the show before, when I'm at the airports and all this other stuff on a flight, whatever, a lot of women always bring up the show to me and they will always bring him up. And these women, some of them, they buckle at the knees when they see him. They really do. And
so she's shade by herself.
First of all, I'm not saying first of all, time out. I wasn't saying that to say Trisha did that. You asked the question and I wanted to answer it honestly based on what I've seen. And I saw this one day for 2 hours. And it wasn't like we were at the club. We were doing press around professional people making six figures. And this energy that women and they, like I said, a couple of
you know who else gives that kind of energy? You know who else gives that kind of energy? And I think that they give it off purposely. I mean, I know, and I don't even think it's the looks. It's just the energy, like a pheromone they're giving off. But I don't know if you knew Drew Sidora's husband, Ralph. You ever been in a room with him?
Yes.
He's the same energy. I mean, he's a guy. Both of them are attractive dudes, but it's like they're so fucking friendly that you feel like, you know what I mean, a regular bitch feel like they can get it. That's how he gives. Like everybody, like when you around Martell, and I'm just saying, it looked like to me, anybody can get it. That's how I feel. Remember when I was on your show, I said $5, anybody can have it. But they feel like they can get it. And, Atlanta, I don't know the women you're talking about, but these are women in Atlanta desperate, even knowing his history, what he does and what he does. They just want the D. I don't know what it is, like, you know what I'm saying?
You said the D, the D-E-E-D, the deed?
I said the D. Like, I go down for the D. What I said, I go to hell for the D. The D. The D. They want it, and my whole thing is women in Atlanta, I don't know what it is, but they desperate. Because regular dudes can be superstars. You know what I'm saying?
So y'all heard it there. Oh my gosh. So what prompted them to say that women swoon over Martell and Ralph Pittman is they were giving commentary on Latricia's scene with Martell at the gym. And so people were commenting on a post of Carlos King's, and they were tagging Dr. Heavenly, saying that she was right when she said that there was chemistry between the two of them. Some viewers felt like Trisha did not get better at filming until she filmed that scene alone with Martell. Some of the viewers told Carlos that they could understand her words better. She was speaking more clearly. She seemed, more energetic on camera when she was filming with Martell. Dr. Heavenly felt like Trisha was dressed a little skimpy, wearing those shorts. She kind of suggested that Trisha had like a camel toe on her shorts, an imprint of the kitty cat. And she felt like Trisha was doing that for Martell. And then she said that Martell comes off very flirty, which you all heard in the soundbite. So here's the thing. I don't think it's that deep. I don't think that it's women, buckle at the knees at the sight of Martell and Ralph Pittman. Dr. Heavenly said it. She said Martell is friendly, and he and Ralph are, she said Martell is flirty, and he and Ralph are very friendly. That's what it is. They are trying to get women to like them regardless of their marital status. Now, of course, in real time, we know that Martell is divorced. We know that Ralph Pittman is getting a divorce from Drew Sidora. But in my opinion, even when they were married, I feel like, in my opinion, they were doing the most when it came to the opposite sex, inappropriately. Obviously, Martell has, a baby that was born outside of his then marriage. And he's been seen fake dating Sheree. There's rumors of him seeing other people. So there's an entire roster, So I don't think that it's women turn into zombies around Martell. I think that that's him hitting on them, trying to turn them out. But I just thought that that was hilarious. Now, Dr. Heavenly, her judging the single women throughout Atlanta, saying that they are desperate. All I know is when I was growing up, in the 90s, it was definitely a thing for a lot of Blacks in the North to move down South. And, we were always told, like, you get more house for your money down South. Black people just do so well especially after they earn a bachelor's degree, they get educated, then they go down South, they get these jobs, they buy homes, great place to raise kids. And then when it came to Georgia in particular, us Northerners were also told that the ratio of Black men to Black women was terribly off. I was told that it was for every 10 women, it's one man, one eligible man. So, if that's an accurate ratio, then the dating scene is going to be tough, Dr. Heavenly. So I think that that's probably a harsh judgment to call the women outright desperate. Some women are going to be, right? Just like there are some desperate men out there. But I think in her commentary on Atlanta women, she should have also acknowledged that ratio of there being more women than men, because that definitely factors in the dating scene. All right, so you all let me know, what did you think about these sound bites? Are you a woman who buckles at the knees at the sight of Martell when you see him on your TV screens, on your social media, or if you live in Huntsville and you've seen him in person, do you buckle at the knees? If you do, we need to get you to a doctor, and I am willing to help you coordinate the appointment. We need to get you to sit down and talk with a professional ASAP. But let me know in the comments if you buckle at the knees at the sight of Martell. And do you really think Melody just got Martell arrested so she would not have to film with him? We all know that the threat of revenge P is serious and unfair. And I believe that's why she got him arrested. Not just so she could get out of filming with him. Because if Melody don't want to do something, she just ain't gonna do it. Point blank, period. So I thank you all so much for watching this video. I always appreciate the support. Please hit the like button on this video, as it is a free way of supporting the channel. I hope that you all had a magnificent Monday. I hope that it was not a manic Monday. Tomorrow will be a terrific Tuesday. Do whatever you have to do tonight to plan out tomorrow, whether it's laying out your clothes, packing your lunch, or if you enjoy overnight oats, you making them tonight, setting your alarm tonight. If you have children, getting them their bath and laying out their clothes. Do what you have to do to prepare so that you can have a smooth morning and that terrific Tuesday. Stand in the mirror and say your affirmations. I like myself because that's an example of one. Journal, pray, whatever you have to do to just kind of come down from the day or get some exercise. Don't forget, while you're watching your favorite YouTubers, drink your water while you're enjoying the commentary. Grab your banana or your orange and eat your fruit or your raw vegetables and get that out of the way while you're listening to your favorite commentary. And I enjoyed my friend Jen today. She's out for the summer and I was off today. So we hung out and we talked and it was absolutely wonderful. Friendship is such a blessing from God. But I will talk with you all very soon. Take good care. Bye.